So you're thinking about moving to Riverside, or you currently own a home out in Riverside, or thinking about purchasing your current home in Riverside, Ohio, and you're curious, when should I actually sell this house? Because we hear tons and tons of things going on in our market right now. How fast do I need to sell my house here in Riverside? Well, in this video, we're going to give you all the pertinent information that you need to know to make that decision. So stay tuned. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group right here in Dayton, Ohio. This is your first time to our channel. We do tons and tons of videos about everything you need to know about our area. Now, as a military veteran of 14 years and now a military spouse, I've moved so many places. And every time I move somewhere, there was always such a lack of information of where to move to and what to anticipate. That's why we created this channel for you. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click that little bell so that you're notified every single time we got a new video coming out. Now, honestly, we get tons of phone calls, emails, and texts from people that want to know what it's like to live here in Dayton, what it's like to live, eat, sleep, play, work, all in this area. And honestly, we love it. So if you are moving to this area or have any questions about it, give us a call, text, email, heck, shoot us that little paper airplane. Whatever you need to do, we got your back when moving here to the Dayton area. Okay, so let's talk about Riverside. What are some great things about Riverside, Ohio? Well, first things first is it's got access, immediate access to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Now, Wright-Pat, as it's called here, is one of the largest employers of the area, which is probably a reason that you're watching this video now. A lot of people live in this area that are prior military, current active duty, or military contractors. Now, not only does this area have access to that, but it also has access to the highway systems. One thing I personally love about this area is that because of the highway systems, you're usually only like 5 to 30 minutes away from wherever you want to be in the greater Dayton area, which is fantastic. Not only that, but this area also features a diverse culture thanks to the military that are stationed there, because you take all walks of life, I'm just certainly one of them, from all these different places and put them all together, and it works out wonderfully. And of course, the housing affordability in Riverside, which of course we're going to go over here in a bit. So let's talk about it. How fast should you be selling your home in Riverside? Well, a little bit of statistics for you is that since the spring, home sales are up more than 10% this year compared to last. Now, home sale prices have gone up over 25%. Just in this area, things have increased about $20,000 to $35,000 over what they were valued back in 2020. So that's pretty incredible for the spike that we've been seeing in home sales. And homes are selling quicker. Now, normally when we go through as real estate agents, we'll do what we call a comparative market analysis. When we go through these things, we take the past sales in the past 6 months, and if we don't have enough data, we go further back up to a year to just see what things have sold for, how we compare these to the others, and that's how we typically get the sales price, or listing price as we call it, when we actually put one on the market. Now, as we go back and take a look at these, we also can see how quickly things have been selling. Now, in a normal market, we typically see houses that are priced right and dressed right, meaning that it looks pretty and looks presentable. It typically takes anywhere between 60 to 90 days to close on these. Now, even houses that are aggressively priced, we'll see some of these go under in about a week or less. Now, not only that, if you are kind of at the top because you're thinking, hey, we can start high, we can always go lower, we can't go higher, which is not necessarily true depending upon your real estate agent strategy. However, even if you start high, they're still taking anywhere between 25 to 35 days to close. And that's saying something for something that's been priced aggressively throughout the market. The thing is I I personally don't just do real estate here. I also do it in other parts of the country as well. And there is some resistance to the housing from the realtor's perspective of what it was last year to what it is now. So a lot of advice coming from a lot of real estate agents say, hey, this is super overpriced. Well, I could tell you from experience that it is not what the buyer chooses, the seller chooses to sell, the market. The market chooses how much this thing's going to sell for. And we have a little help from our agencies that loan money, such as different banks and credit unions and things, that an appraiser is going to go out to see what the market supports so that the bank can lend that money. So expect that most of the time, even if you get a high amount, that the appraiser is going to go through and give you, the buyer rather, the money that's required and it's worth to lend against this property, which means there might be a gap. Here's what we're seeing. If you price your property correctly from the very get-go, you go into what we call multiple offers, where all different types of offers come in at one time. Now, the other buyers never get to see those other offers, so you get to submit them all at once. And as the listing agent, we'll just say in this case I would present all those offers to you, and these different ones, as a buyer's agent as well, that I've seen, we have to get pretty creative just to win those. Some of the things that we've been seeing is what's called an escalation clause, where they say that they're going to pay so many thousands of dollars over any competing offer. Not just to get that here in 2021, we've also seen the appraisal gap as well, where the buyer is saying, hey, whatever it appraises to, I promise to pay X amount of dollars over that, and that will be our new purchase price. Now, if you do agree with that, that's fantastic, because you're not just getting what the market says that you're going to get for the house, but you're also getting additional money above that. Just know that most of the time, I don't know the actual statistic, but I'm pretty sure it's over 90%, that you're selling your house, that you're going to have somebody that's using financing, using a bank or credit union or something like that, in order to purchase this house. So you are going to have to worry about the appraisals. So make sure that whatever real estate agent that you do use understands how those contingencies work. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what those prices look like now. So in Riverside, our median home price as of the date of this video in 2021 is $130,000. Now, just last year, it was sitting just above 100. So that's pretty incredible. Now, it goes all the way up to $363,500 and a low of about $30,000. Now, those aren't always the best houses there, but it depends on what you're looking to sell. All of them are moving, and they'll move eventually. One thing that your real estate agent should advise you on is that it's based off of two factors when you are selling a house, that you have time and you have price. Depending on how high of a price that you want to get, it's going to take more time in order for it to sell. It'll eventually sell. It's just going to take a little bit more time for the market to catch up to those numbers. Now, if you need to sell it quick, the price needs to go down just a little bit more. And again, the market's going to dictate that. What we use is price adjustments to see what a willing and able buyer will be willing to spend on this house once we hit pretty close to that number. And of course, that all comes through with the amount of showings and offers that are received. Now, the reason why things are so crazy right now is because, well, interest rates are super low. And our inventory for houses, well, we need places for people to move to. Now that the pandemic has kind of slowed down, we've got a lot of restrictions being lifted, more people moving. We still have a very high amount of people that want to purchase and a very low inventory of houses to put them in. So as my team and my buyer's agents, and even myself for the buyers that I represent, we're going in and taking a look and offering on multiple different properties before we end up getting a bid. The reason why there's so many buyers is because the interest rates are still very low. They're still very low in comparison where they have been over the years. So people are taking advantage of refinancing. They're also taking advantages of just purchasing a house at a lower interest rate. Even if you buyers that are listening, even if you decide to purchase a house after selling your other one and you pay above appraised value, here's kind of what the math looks like. If you pay about $7,000 over that appraised value, it's going to take you about 5.5 years, give or take, for the equity to catch back up. So as long as you're going to be staying in your house for 5-6 years, you shouldn't have a problem. You're not going to owe money by the time that you decide to sell, depending on what the market does, of course. So things are still looking good. And again, one of the other speculations for our market is that not everybody is moving, and that's probably why everything's kind of been low as far as inventory is concerned, mainly because they've stayed at home, they've working from home, they've decided to refi, and then just go ahead and do the upgrades in the current house that they're staying in. So that's also a contributing factor. Now, you're probably wondering, how long is it before the pendulum swings back the other way, right? We are speculating, at least in our team, that we're probably going to see prices start to even out here towards the end of 2021. We'll see whenever this video goes through that time, whether or not I'm correct or not. But we should start seeing that evening out. So what I typically tell sellers that are looking to sell is, especially up here in Ohio, is try to do it before school starts or before we start to get cold up here. And those are still some pretty good times to move a house pretty quickly. Anticipate the even price aggressively. It still may take 30 days to go ahead and get that thing under contract, and then it takes another 30 to 45 days for it to close. So there you have it. How fast should you sell your house in Riverside? Well, there are people coming in, and they definitely need a house, and the market is so hot right now. It is a great time to do so. And if not, give us a call or shoot us a text come springtime, and we'll get you ready for the next year, and hopefully it's just as exciting as this one. But if you have any questions about anything that I mentioned here, please go ahead and leave it here in the comments below. If you're from Riverside and you got something else you want to tell us about this area, please keep it positive. Go ahead and leave it here in the comments below. And if you are looking to sell, or you're looking to purchase a home in Riverside or any of the surrounding Dayton area, please give my team a call. It's not just me here. We've got not just out-of-towners like I am, but we do have some. We've got locals. We got everybody here to help you. So again, give us a call, text, email, find us on social media. Whatever you got to do, we got your back when you're buying or selling here in the Dayton area. Again, I'm Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group here with eXp Realty, and we'll see you in our next video. Take care.